Cold open. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to LOB Cast Wrestling. I'm the voice of reason, Dave Stevens. Joining me is the flatulent Tower of Power, Lee Hazel.
My apologies, readers.
That
one just leapt out.
We're the Legion of Boom, and welcome to another episode of LOB Cast Wrestling. For starts, Darby Allin is your new AEW World Champion. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to give you our thoughts on Dynasty from last weekend.
Not massively so, because let's face it, that's already been outdated somewhat.
Yep, and then we'll finish up with maybe some WrestleMania predictions towards the end, since that's this weekend, and I'm sure someone is looking forward to it.
And once again, we won't be going into detail on every single match, because I don't even think I could tell you what all the matches are right now.
That's what I think of WrestleMania.
That is also coming out of his mouth, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you were properly offended. Right.
Yeah, well, we've got to do beer. So it's Lee's turn for beer.
And
I had an opening for this show, and then you burped, and it just threw me.
Oh, what was the opening going to be?
I don't even know now. You just threw me off.
I could feel it coming, and I was like, oh no, I can't stop. I can't stop for this.
Ah, never mind. So, Lee's turn for beer. You've been waiting a few weeks to give me these beers, haven't you?
Because I was going to give you another beer previously. Then I had it because we had technical difficulties.
Yeah, so we missed an episode because of technical difficulties, because the computer blew up,
and so did my laptop blow up in like the space of 3 days.
Yeah, so
yeah.
But we're back. What are we drinking tonight then?
We're drinking tonight. So I went out and got something that is... I do have a backup in case this is shit. This is Pump Up the Jam by Tiny Riddle.
Pump Up the Jam.
This is a jam donut pale ale.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
it's nice and cold anyway. Should we crack it open and taste it?
Yeah, we will do. I thought maybe because you were a Jew Bell guy now that...
I might like some sweetness. Yeah, I do like me old Jew bells. So, ching ching.
Ching ching.
There we go. Let's have a taste of this beer.
Oh, wow. That's very strawberry. Or raspberry.
I don't know if I like it.
That's probably
it's weird because it doesn't smell like jam donuts and it doesn't taste like jam donuts, but for some reason there is like a sensory of jam donuts.
Yeah, there's like... You do have that kind of, that sugary pastry sensation with this, don't you?
I don't know what it is. It does. It's weird because the beer doesn't taste like jam donuts, but it's like at the back of the throat I've got the jam donut taste.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't taste like jam donuts and it don't taste like beer either.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's not too... I don't know.
I've had a lot of Tiny Rebel stuff over the years, and this has never been my absolute favourite, but I thought to myself, I'll share this experience with you. And if we finish these off by halfway point, I can get us a...
Well, actually, I've drunk quite a bit of it already, because I don't know, I'm trying to gauge because on the tongue, it tastes like a bit of beer.
Yeah.
But at the back of the mouth, you
get that you get that berry,
going up into your, into your sinuses, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, that's 4 minutes of shit you've had to listen to. Should we talk about some wrestling then?
Right. Should we just kick straight into Dynasty?
No, we got to talk about the big news.
We've got to talk about Darby?
We've got to talk about Darby. It happened last night. So we're recording this on the Thursday after Darby Allin has just won the AEW World Championship. We've got to talk about that first, surely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, let's absolutely do that, yeah. What do you think of this? There has been a very, very, very vast gulf of opinion.
I'm quite happy with it actually, because I think what this sets up now is a rematch for Double or Nothing, surely.
Yeah.
Between that, I think it's good. I think it's nice to have something like this on television once in a while. It's been a long time since AEW have done something like this, or any of the companies have done a big title change on TV.
Yeah, on TV. Yeah, no, like the last time I think it happened on TV, it was between Punk and Moxley, and that was like 2022.
Yeah, something like that. So it's been a while. So I'm quite happy for it. I'm very happy for Darby Allin in the grand scheme of things. I think he does deserve his time in the sun, but I don't know how long it's going to last for.
No, I don't think... see, the thing is that I'm almost now willing it to last a lot longer than people think it's going to last for. I actually kind of want it to go to All In, just to see to shut the people up who are like, oh, well, next month, it's only going to be 6 weeks. He's only going to have the reign for 6 weeks. And I'm like, where is your
All In is 3 months away. I don't know if he's going to have it. Because Double or Nothing is more of an A show, I would say. Compared to... Because Revolution is an A show. I mean, we'll get on to Dynasty, but I thought Dynasty was a bit of a B show.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it
was good, but it was definitely a B show in AEW terms, anyway.
Yeah, but Wrestle Dream, World's End, Dynasty, they were like the latecomers in the pay-per-view cycle. Yeah. So I do think that they are treated with the with the B stick more than the four that, and obviously All Out and Forbidden Door that came along as well.
Yeah, but no, I'm very pleased with this. It was a shock. The way it happened was... I mean, I could feel it was coming.
Yeah.
Especially with the promo earlier. I don't know how much of Dynamite you've actually watched at this point.
Right, so I have seen... I haven't seen the promo. I've seen the match. I saw the match in portrait mode on my phone via Twitter.
Oh, right, okay.
That's how I've seen that. But let's face it, with it being a 4-minute match with about 5 moves in it, like, there ain't much else to see that you can't see over Twitter.
I mean, I watched the show. The show earlier, but I mean, there was a very.
So
good
you
promo.
Went through the whole.
I've watched the whole show. Yeah.
So right, you could probably clear this up for me then, because I've heard that Darby Allin winning is not just like completely out of left field in the episode, but there's an entire story that builds up to the end of the night.
No, it's not It's not a story that builds up. The show starts with Darby it starts with Renee in the parking lot, and MJF turns up and she informs him he's got a match tonight.
Right, yeah.
And Darby comes out to the ring first, and then Max comes out in his suit and that. It's like, I ain't wrestling and all this. And then Darby cuts a really good promo. He sounds like he's about to burst out crying. I thought, is he going to win this? Because it was very much, it was a very good promo. And then it was announced that, it's like, Danielson announced that via Tony Khan that Max needs to get ready. They're going to have it in the main event, and then there's the main event. I don't think there's much. They do play vignettes throughout the show, but there's not. I can't remember there's any interaction otherwise. There's vignettes building, hyping the match up, but I wouldn't say there's a story for it throughout the whole thing. And then obviously you get the match at the end, which is 4 minutes, or whatever, even if that.
It's a squash match.
Yeah.
He squashed him.
It was. It was very good. It was shocking. It was good.
Yeah. I will say, at the very least, I want them to have a proper match, and I want Darby to win. I don't necessarily want him to win 3 out of 3 or whatever, but I definitely want him to have a proper match where he wins. They can have another one where Max gets the title back, or honestly, from my perspective, I still think it should be Kenny Omega. There was a bit of there's something else we'll get into in a little bit on this show that I also saw over social media that I thought was really good. But I really like this because firstly, Dynasty, spoiler alert, Darby versus Andrade was my match of the night. Okay. I absolutely love that match. That might be currently a strong contender for match of the year for me, as it stands. Not a strong contender for the top spot, but for a strong contender that it'll still be there in
I think I'll have to go back and watch it because, to be honest,
December.
It's one I barely remember.
Oh, really?
To be honest, there was so much. See, you watched the show again. You probably watched it in pieces.
Yeah.
See, I got up the next day. I watched it spoiler free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the way through. So
I watched the pre-show on Monday. I watched a couple of hours on Tuesday, and then I watched the rest on Wednesday. Yeah. By which time I had known pretty much everything that happened at Dynasty. I can never watch these things spoiler free because my life just does not allow.
Yeah, I try and watch it. But this is why I wish they went back to the Saturdays. Go back to the Saturdays because I could just get up Sunday morning and watch it.
Afternoon shows. Do afternoon shows.
Yeah.
That way we can actually watch it in Sunday or Saturday evening.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, good end to Dynamite. Very interesting. Should we get on to the weekend prior to this then with the Dynasty?
Well, let's just talk about because I think
there was something on Dynamite.
Something interesting is happening between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. both of whom were defeated at Dynasty, and they had together a very cool little promo that...
In the trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want that promo to be foreshadowing Ospreay versus Omega as the main event of All In, but I don't think it's going to be.
No.
I think what they're foreshadowing in that conversation is actually going to be the finals of the Owen Hart tournament.
You reckon?
Yep.
Maybe.
I think because that's the kind of language they were using. Like, both him and Kenny Omega are going for that next big shot at the title, and that's what the Owen gives you. I don't really know, if Kenny Omega can even say after he's lost to MJF that he can come back without doing something of that nature. Yeah. Although, I don't even know how long MJF's going to be out for, because according to the reports, they reckon at least it's going to be multiple months.
Why, is he injured or something? Or...
No, because he's filming a fucking film again.
Oh, is he filming a film?
He's doing like a Silent Night 2 or some like straight to streaming Netflix thing. This is another thing as well, actually. I'm a bit annoyed at. People are saying that, Darby Allin doesn't deserve to be a World Heavyweight Champion because instead of headlining All Out 2025, he went off and climbed Mount Everest. But people are absolutely fine with MJF in the middle of the hottest title run he has ever had, maybe ever will do, decided to sack it all off and go fucking film some straight to streaming.
People could say that, but then what did Darby Allin do when he got to the top of Mount Everest?
He stuck the flag in.
And got an AEW flag out. Yeah. And so the publicity...
He advertised AEW to the rest of the world.
And to be honest, he had planned to do that a year earlier. And he got injured. So, as if he, But, no, I'm pleased for him, to be fair. I think if anyone deserves a title... I mean, I don't think it'll be a long title reign.
No, I think at the very least, it will end in August, at the absolute latest.
Yeah, but I mean, all the people in that roster, to say, he's been world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an absolutely, I think he deserves more than the Mick Foley run with the title belt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you think of AEW, he's one of the people you think about.
Oh, yeah, massively.
I wouldn't consider him in the top guy position, but I think it's a very well-deserved thing.
It also gives you the idea, it gives you the inkling that anyone can become champion at any time.
Yeah.
Which is a very, very, very good thing for a promotion to have, because it keeps people's interest in the promotion up.
But this is the type of thing you need to happen on your TVs every now and again to make people interested in your TV show.
Absolutely.
Because when it comes to... Because I'm not being funny... When it comes to WWE at the moment, I am fast-forwarding a lot of shit at the moment.
I know, it is becoming a trial. It is becoming a chore.
It is.
I really, really, really hope that AEW never go 3 hours, because I'm afraid the same thing might happen to them.
Yeah, it's just too much. Well, should we get on to... Let's talk about the pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. I do like the fact that on the My AEW, they do put the pre-show and the pay-per-view as one program, which is quite nice. Because I do watch the pre-show. I mean, obviously, I fast-forward the Jeff Jarrett shit, but I do watch the pre-show matches because there is good stuff in the pre-show. Yeah,
I did Alex Windsor, Marina Shafir was pretty good. Camille returning was a bit of a shock.
That was a bit of a shock last week, wasn't it? But, well, I mean, it does make sense. She's one of the American gladiators, so it's nice to have a bit of publicity.
Hopefully Wardlow's coming back soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because he's one of the American gladiators as well. So,
but I think he was even out of American gladiators this year because of what happened to him when he came back at Forbidden Door. Do you remember that? We found out that he pulled his pec when we was on our way to get McDonald's after Forbidden Door.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that he came back.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Came back and attacked Swerve. That's a storyline that Tony Khan's going to get straight back onto the second he comes back. Because Swerve's been missing recently as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, the pre-show was not bad. Yeah. Jack Perry, Mark Davis was all right. And then we had a squash match for the women's thing.
Yeah.
I think the women's tag team division could do a bit better than a shitty squash match, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it needs a few more, because that would give other women in the division something
Yeah,
to
well,
do.
it's a bit strange because this tag division has been all top women so
Yeah.
far, and now it's kind of set. It's like now it's become a bit of an afterthought.
It's kind of settled in, hasn't it? Yeah.
So
So anyway, onto the main card itself.
Bucks versus Okada and
Takeshita.
that was fun.
Yeah,
that was a
a
really
lot
good
of fun.
match,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, and I was actually surprised at how much I enjoyed Okada and Takeshita's antics in this one.
I really enjoyed it. I liked Okada's silliness. To be fair, this was good fun.
He put on the Young Bucks jacket, like he put on their gear.
Well, he actually actually does that a lot backstage.
Oh, does he?
So like ribbon, yeah, he does it to ribbon. I mean, you're not a BTE watcher.
Yeah,
no. I mean, to be honest, I've been fast forward a lot of BTE lately.
Oh, I forgot that even came back.
Yeah, it's not as good as it was. But when they was in Japan and that, he used to do that to them a lot. So that was fun. We had
Ricochet defeating Jericho.
Yeah, not a very good night for the Canadians in Canada.
Yeah, in
Canada. My brother Canada. He said that once. Yeah. But yeah, Jericho lost to Ricochet. What do you think about Jericho coming back?
Oh yeah, we haven't discussed this at all, have we? I think he's handled himself well. I think he did not get the reception he was expecting to get in his hometown of Winnipeg.
No, it was a bit quiet, wasn't it?
It was much, much better here in Vancouver.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad Chris Jericho's back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a very smart man. He's been away just long enough for people to miss him, to be appreciated when he comes back.
I wonder why he didn't go to WWE. He seemed absolutely prepped and primed for it.
I reckon it was all a work.
You reckon it was all a work?
Yeah, it was so... He's a very smart man, Chris Jericho, because it was like little things he'd say in interviews and stuff. He's a very smart man. He knows that when he came back to AEW, he'd get the heroes welcome, and he kind of has to a degree, not as
much as he thought he was going to in the first pop. But then again, he didn't do a lot when he first came back. He thought that him being back would just be the news.
Yeah. Although he did resort to the list thing, didn't he?
Yeah. Which was very interesting to me because he's always said, I don't do repeats.
Yeah.
I'll never do repeats. And especially he said he'll never do repeats from WWE. So that to me said, right, I've got to break glass in case of emergency here because it ain't working at the minute.
Yeah, maybe it was just a one-off. Yeah. A bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? But no, I enjoyed it. The match was okay as far as the 2026 Chris Jericho match can be.
Yeah. I like Ricochet bumped like an absolute warrior for him. And hopefully he's out of Twitter jail now after that performance.
Yeah. But then we had, you said this was your match of the night.
Absolutely. This was the best thing on the entire card, I thought, and frankly, by a little bit. Darby Allin and Andrade El Idolo just had an absolute barn burner.
It was. I remember it being a good match. I don't remember the specifics, to be honest.
No, there was one spot where Darby Allin did a crucifix powerbomb to Andrade, and Andrade just landed straight on his head. I was thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, I'm looking for him to move his legs around and stuff like that. But it was absolutely just brutal and diabolical. And Andrade is
I think he's been fantastic this run.
He needs to be belted up ASAP for the love of God before he gets restless. Give him something big to do. Yeah. Hell, let him go to CMLL. I'd fucking love to have him and to stick two fingers up to AAA. Yeah.
I think there'll be a match with him and Darby. Now Darby's a champion, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do this one again. But the thing is that is Andrade going to want to do the job to him twice? Because I don't see Andrade winning it. I actually think he needs to go after a national championship or
be in the Continental Classic.
Yeah. But the Continental Classic ain't going to be for a while.
Yeah. Yes, at the end of the year, isn't it? No, it was good fun. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Then we had this was the shock for me.
Yeah.
So we had Cope and Cage versus the FTR, and I was surprised with this result.
I genuinely I wish that I had, because everything else I could kind of see coming, but this I definitely thought was going to be Cope and Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
This is a lot better than the one they had at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
A lot better, much better. Cope getting busted open hard way.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cope looks like he is probably the most old man of all the old man characters right now in AEW. He has just he has embraced like the old man Logan role. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this was good fun as well. Both sipping beer there. That was a good timing to just go quiet and both sip hard. Don't up beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then another shock though. Then we had the casino gauntlet match. To be honest, anyone that came out could have won this.
Yeah.
This was really good.
I was really pleased with the
Kevin
actual
Knight.
winner. Yeah.
But it was good to see the Death Riders all doing something less boring.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa, I really like Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa and Roosh in that opening stretch.
Oh,
my God.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tommaso Ciampa on this Dynamite, it seems like he wants to go for the world title. I don't think he should be in the world title picture, to be honest.
I just think him and Darby, Darby's going to establish himself using a match with him.
Bit of stepping stone.
I don't think Tommaso Ciampa will ever really go above TNT Championship level.
No, not really.
Maybe national if they want to tour him about in like
or the international one or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah. But this was good. I do like these gauntlet matches. To be fair.
Yeah.
But everyone that came out in this was fantastic. And then we had the women's match. This one is weird because like the crowd and that were a bit dead for this.
Yeah, but I thought this was great.
I really liked this.
Yeah.
I think both these women are fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
It's weird because like they're not like what I would say like the star caliber like Toni Storm or Mercedes Moné. But I think like when it comes to wrestling and stuff, these girls, like I thought Jamie Hayter was a great champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Tekla is fantastic as champion. I really like Tekla.
And I think that this is Tekla's best match in AEW, and I think that it's Jamie Hayter's best match in then again the Statlander match was really fun.
Yeah.
Hayter Statlander was really great as well at World's End.
Jamie Hayter is fantastic.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter is absolutely.
I think that her and Windsor are going to be tag champions come all in.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're going to go for.
I really hope and then Windsor and Ospreay to belt each in hand to get to celebrate at the end of the night.
This was good. And then another one. Then we get on to there was so. See, just the thing is, I want to give more in-depth reviews, but there was so much, and it was like 5 days ago.
And there's so much coming up at the weekend as well. We have to talk about.
But like John Moxley versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
this was great.
This was fantastic.
I mean, I forgot Moxley had this in him, to be honest. I mean, is it Moxley or is it Will Ospreay? Will Ospreay is just super. Let's be honest.
I mean, you've got to remember, Moxley's younger than the both of us.
I know.
That's something you aren't prepared for.
I know.
The wrestlers in their primes being younger than you.
Yeah, even the older looking wrestlers like Big Bull John Moxley is still younger than me. You know what I mean? God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but one thing I am never a fan of in professional wrestling is injury angles.
Yeah.
I don't buy into them, and I just feel like the people doing them end up completely compromising their own performance to try and get a sympathy out of me that kind of it isn't possible to get. But Will Ospreay and later on Kenny Omega both pull it massively out of the bag for me.
They're just on another level when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
But this was a shock. I did not expect John Moxley to win this either.
Halfway through the match, I got an inkling that, I think they're telling the story here that Will Ospreay, this is the prelude to the Owen Hart. He's
going to be going into the tournament injured and then win it.
Not just injured, but having to learn lessons. Having to be right, I did not take John Moxley seriously. I didn't take winning the match seriously. I was more interested in trying to break his neck.
Yeah, I mean,
and then trying to get the 3 count.
Yeah, because I mean, that hidden blade from the start of the stuff.
two of them. Like, one, like, straight up, and then another is he's getting up in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I mean, to be honest, it would not have pissed me. I mean, obviously, people paid to see Will Ospreay, but if he would have hidden bladed him and just pinned him, I would have been just like, oh my God.
Like, and what a fantastic, like, comeback that would be. I have just taken a belt off of AEW's ace competitor in less than a minute.
That's the squash match I'd have liked to see. But this match was a good match. It was
absolutely
good fun.
Yeah.
Then we had the trios championships, the dogs.
Now, I don't remember nothing about this.
Well, the only thing I really remember about this is the entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had like the Friends sitcom entrance, which was
so the conglomeration's gimmick is that they are like an 80s style sitcom. Yeah.
So that was fun. We had returning Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And then they beat the dog. And the dogs only just won it like the night before on Collision.
Yeah, they were two.
I said to my wife, because she was pissed off when the dogs won it.
Yeah.
I said, do you know why that is? I said, it's because the conglomeration are going to win tomorrow and they're not going to beat a face team. You know what I mean? They just need a heel team to beat. Apparently, though, Gabe Kidd is injured now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much of this. I think Gabe Kidd got injured during the match and disappeared for a while.
Yeah. I like I said, I don't really like. Apart from like Kyle O'Reilly
celebrating at the end and the entrance, I don't really remember much. No, I mean, to be honest, I was kind of tired at this point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like you're thinking to yourself, like even like this is in the batch of the second time that I have tried to get through the whole show.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm like, right, I think I'm dozing off.
You know what, mate? It sounds like I'm complaining, but like, I'm not complaining that these shows are long because the only issue I really enjoy everything.
Yeah.
Because we watch them the next day, so I can pause if I want a break or stuff like that. Which means normally it turns a 4 or 5 hour show into a 6-7 hour show when you're having piss breaks and make yourself a sandwich halfway through and stuff. But because there's so much, when it comes to talking about it like this, it makes it very hard to have an in-depth conversation with, a lot of these matches I've got to watch them back.
Yeah.
But then we got into the main event, which we just watched I watched the last bit with you again.
Yeah.
A while ago. This was how can you... This was like near perfection, to be honest. MJF versus Kenny Omega, like these two wrestlers, like this is so good. It's just like it is so good. The standard of match.
Kenny Omega, even like his whole gimmick here, like I said before with Will Ospreay, he also was doing an injury angle, and it wasn't even like it was the diverticulitis' fault. It's simply the fact that the dude is now in his 40s and he's not going to perform like he did against Okada a decade ago. But here, it was like, even in him being a step down from where he usually is, he is still 2 steps ahead of everybody else.
It's so good. And MJF is 2 steps ahead of everybody
else.
Oh,
massively,
People I keep saying this, people underestimate how good in-ring he is. Because his mic work is sheer perfection.
People think you can't do both for some reason. They think if you're a good promo, you can't do an in-ring.
Yeah, but people forget that he is just as good a wrestler as he is on the mic.
Yeah,
this was outstanding. This was I mean, it's a shame that MJF's title run is over.
Yeah,
because I really enjoy MJF.
He brings out the best in people. He really does.
He really does.
But like we said. These straight to streaming Netflix shows aren't gonna film themselves, so he's got to go off and do that for Christ knows how long.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's weird because I really enjoyed this show. It was a good. So in the context of AEW shows, this is the first time in a while I felt like I was watching a B show though.
Yeah.
Which is very rare for me. I mean, we know that like obviously the Double or Nothings and the stuff are normally the better shows, but saying that, this is still better than anything I've seen from WWE this year.
Massively so.
And I reckon I will have enjoyed this more than this upcoming week's WrestleMania.
I am optimistic that they can pull it out of the bag with the WrestleMania.
It's a one match show.
Yeah.
And even then, it's CM Punk. It's CM Punk, Roman Reigns. No, actually, there's 2 matches I'm intrigued to see. Oba and Brock Lesnar, yes.
Okay, so
Should we get onto some WrestleMania?
Let's get onto that. Let's get onto that, yeah.
Let's get onto WrestleMania.
Well, I do have that put up. Right, so let's just go through what our thoughts on this are.
So we've got 2 nights of wankery coming up.
But I'll tell you this now. We only have
Night 2 is the best night. Look at this. Yeah. Night 2 is the best night. Easily.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
There is a couple of duds in there, but there is a...
it's not even close.
Yeah.
Right, so night 1 we've got The Vision and ISO
Speed
taking on the Usos and LA Knight. Couldn't care less.
Good God, the fall off. And this is going to be a theme throughout the night for me. The fall off of Logan Paul has been, and LA Knight, frankly, but then again, LA Knight's always been let down by the booking, like they do not believe in him whatsoever. So, but like obviously the Jey Uso experiment of him being a single star has completely failed. That has gone kaput. I expect
it was shit.
Yeah,
it was. He's an entrance.
Yeah,
and it's not even a good. It's an entrance. The only good thing about his entrance is I know I can fast forward 7 minutes of fucking the show.
You can look at the length of a Monday Night Raw and be like, that's at least going to be 10 minutes off.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes off.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't care. Usos are probably going to win, I reckon.
Oh, I don't know. Like, you've got the fucking influencers out of Logan Paul and ISO Speed who, mate, ISO Speed is going to get like... I would imagine it happens at this show as well, but he is reckless, man. He is going to end up absolutely fucked up at some point. I worry for him and his... Bron Breakker gave him a spear, and that cracked his ribs.
Well, did it?
How's he going to be in this unless they, massively go easy on him?
Know.
But yeah,
I mean, the Usos, they are professionals.
The idea that the Vision is made up of the stars of the future at this point is just absolute.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
I could not put it better myself.
Fatu and McIntyre.
I really hope this isn't the match order, because if Fatu and McIntyre is the second match on the card...
I'm surprised there's 7 matches on this night rather than 4. What are they doing?
Yeah. Oh, but even still, like if you could put night 1 of WrestleMania and night 2 of WrestleMania together, you still only get 1 more match than we got at Dynasty.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could have put this on one night if they didn't need to necessarily have adverts every fucking 30 seconds.
No, well, to be fair, you could have gotten rid of a couple of matches, which I'm hovering over with my mouse.
Speaking of adverts, apparently, because I watched, I half listened to a Maven video where he watched a Monday Night Raw.
Oh, right.
And by the gist of it, I mean, I was only barely paid to... They seem to have a lot more adverts in their show than we fucking do.
I remember,
which I gathered they would because it's America. But I mean, to the extent, I thought, fuck me.
I remember staying up to watch a live episode of Monday Night Raw once, and I was amazed to hear every 5 minutes Jim Ross do like a little shorts promo over like the commentary, which must in the tape versions that we used to watch when we was kids must have been taken out, because I'd never heard them before in my life, before or afters. And it was like, oh wow, the show's got way more like sponsored bits on it than it did.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu McIntyre, I'm over this now.
You're over it?
Yeah, it's a shame because I was really looking forward to Drew McIntyre being in a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
But this Jacob Fatu business, it's just like, it's a step down, really.
I would really love it if these two... So my hope for this one is that these two are like, right, we have both been overlooked. We both should have been in the main event of night 1, and we're both out of it. We need to fucking remind people who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
And I am hoping that, like, even if they go, like, over and above some heads and people get pissed off with them, they remind everybody that they are two of the most realistic brawlers in WWE.
Yeah, this could be match of the night. It could be.
Yeah.
I don't think it will, but it could be. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan.
The drop-off of Stephanie Vaquer is legendary.
It's just like she hasn't done anything for 6 months, really. It just feels like it, doesn't it? She won the belt and then hasn't done anything.
All of the attention is on Liv Morgan. The camera could not give a damn about Stephanie Vacker. It only cares about Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan's probably going to win it. I'm not really.
And that does not interest me in watching further. Did you see the music video she released?
I watched the beginning and fast forwarded it.
What a load of shit! What absolute high school media class crap.
Yeah, I didn't. I started it and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
As I said, the last few weeks I've been fast forwarding a lot.
Yeah, I did a better music video for media studies when I was, and this was when we had bloody handheld camcorders.
I know, you're old.
Oh, I'm 2 years younger than you, sunshine.
I know. We had penny farthings when I went to school. When I went to school, it was in black and white.
Yeah. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. What an abject waste of time.
See, the thing is, I love Becky Lynch, but AJ Lee
has barely appeared on WWE television.
I don't care.
Despite the fact that she said she was coming back to have matches with all of the young wrestlers. And it's like she ain't done shit. No. And now she's going to give the belt back to Becky Lynch.
She's going to get it back and then disappear again.
They've given her so much fucking money. I imagine they've only given her that money to keep CM Punk happy.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
could have been a match. We could have had Becky Lynch versus. I mean, I might have rather seen her continue the storyline with Maxine Dupree. I thought it was quite a fun little storyline.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or something like that. Or Natalia jumping in and having a fun, or even one of the girls that have been plastered into this weird tag team match coming up.
Right. So, if the Bellas, so the next match on the card is the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship with Jackson Legend versus Flair and Bliss versus Bayley and Valkyria versus the Bella Twins. Now, apparently, if the Bella Twins aren't, if Nikki Bella is not medically cleared to be a part of this match, apparently the match itself isn't going to go forward, and it's going to be Io Sky versus Asuka.
What a load of bollocks.
I know.
Why not just give Nikki Bella a new tag team partner?
I am over this. What
a kick in the balls to all them other women, though.
At one point in this year, the women's tag team scene was the absolute best thing going into it. And then they made Nia Jax and Lash Legend champions, and they inserted the Bella Twins into everything.
Get rid of the fucking Bella Twins.
Yeah.
If they're not... and just put fucking Rhea Ripley and Io Sky in as a tag team.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Rhea Ripley can fight 2 nights in a row.
Yeah. And if she's doing the job the next day, that gives her an excuse.
Exactly. That's what I would do. Then the next match, I think, is going to be the match of the night for me.
Right, yeah.
Again, storyline-wise, I could not care. I really could not care about Seth Rollins and Gunther. What a fucking ridiculous, let's just have a match for no reason. But the match itself, I think, will be the best match on the night.
Did you actually see on Raw the promo that they gave to each other?
I think so.
Right, so Gunther's point in this is that he hates Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins isn't going after the top competition. He decided to be a useful idiot to Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
At the same time that Gunther currently isn't going after the top titles in the company because he wants to be a useful idiot for Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Now, I actually really liked that promo when I first saw it, but when somebody
but you can't go for the top titles
me,
when other people won the Elimination Chamber and...
he wasn't in Elimination
Well, it's because he was the champion.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't he? I think he was the champ. Was he the champion at the time?
Do you know what? I don't fucking remember.
I can't remember. No, he might not have been. He might have been.
No, Cody. No, because remember it went.
Cody was the SmackDown champion.
Yeah, because Punk won it at the beginning of the year, so I think that was against Gunther.
Yeah,
he beat Gunther for that. I hope. We are coming across as incredibly amateurish right now.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Gunther had it while the Rumble was on.
No, he was in the Rumble.
Oh yeah, he was, weren't he?
Mm.
I don't remember. I just fucking too long, months ago.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean. Like it's just you are doing Paul Heyman's bidding in order to have a fight with somebody that you didn't like because he was just concerned with doing Paul Heyman's bidding. I was like, that's massively turned me on that segment. Now, the brawl that they did, I haven't seen Seth Rollins hit somebody that hard, that stiff in a while.
Yeah. I
am hoping beyond hope that this brings out the Seth Rollins that I've always hoped has existed. That the one underneath the fucking gaudy ring gear and the massive coats and the shit shoes and the fucking cackling laugh, and show me just what you are in the fucking ring for once, and be a competitor instead of a fucking clown.
I think this will be the best match on the card.
I am hoping so, because the next one, my fucking God.
This has just turned into a shit show, isn't it? I was looking forward to this match. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, and now we've got this Pat McAfee bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. Firstly,
I think it's been spoilt that fucking Randy Orton's going to win.
Yeah, because Pat McAfee said if Randy Orton loses, he's going to leave the company.
And apparently, Backlash, it's going to be Randy Orton, Pat McAfee versus.
However, card subject to change. If Pat McAfee truly is the absolute, the reason why everybody's turning off and not going to the shows and not buying merchandise. Like, if Randy Orton's merchandise takes a massive hit because of his association with Pat McAfee, I can see them being like, nice try, Pat, we'll try again in another year.
I still think
the Saudi crowd will give you a nice, because that's been confirmed now. They have absolutely said no matter what is going on in the Middle East, they are definitely doing a WrestleMania in Saudi. Yeah.
Good luck selling tickets to foreign travellers for that one. Oh, well.
So, firstly, at the beginning of the year, this was going to be... Well, even first, like, last year, it was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That was the story coming out of Survivor Series. Then Twitter said that, we don't want that because... This will be the third time in 4 years that's going to be the main event. Yeah. So they decided to scrap that, despite the fact that it would have been the rubber match. It would have been the decider between them. So they scrapped that, and they went to Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. Now, that was something I was really interested to see, because I really wanted to see Drew get back to the main event and Jacob Fatu get elevated into it. In fact, out of that match, I wanted Jacob Fatu to win. And then they decide, because the ticket sales are so piss poor, because the creative's bad, no, it's the fucking fact that you're asking 4 figures for the fucking nosebleeds. It's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, which, if you really want to tell the story of Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, you pivoted kind of a bit too late.
Yeah.
And secondly, even before Pat McAfee became the thing in this feud, they still never mentioned legacy. They still never mentioned the history that they had between each other. And that was even before they brought Pat McAfee into this.
It's just the story. Their storylines are just crap at the moment. It's just bad.
And I'm sorry, you just can't blame TKO for this. You can't blame Ari Emanuel, because you weren't getting into the meat of this story when you had the opportunity to. Anyway, should we talk about the next?
Let's talk about night 2, because I'm a bit more positive with the opener on this one.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect personification of let's have a match for the sake of having a match.
Yes.
This doesn't need a story. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Don't need a story for this.
Please, for the love of God, Obafemi to win. For the love of God.
Oh yeah, I hope Oba wins.
If Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar beats Obafemi, you have set a precedent for the rest of this night that is going to colour the rest of the night.
Especially considering the rumour is Brock Lesnar's retiring at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So he needs to put over Obafemi.
Yeah. I think that they might be second guessing themselves with Brock Lesnar Right, so obviously what they've wanted to do with Gunther is they've wanted to have him retire Brock Lesnar. I now think that what might happen is that Brock wins here.
And they have a rematch.
And they have a rematch at SummerSlam, and Obafemi is the one who retires Brock Lesnar.
I don't see that happening.
Do you not?
Nah. I don't see that happening. I think Obafemi is going to win here, though.
Yeah. Let's hope so, because that will literally...
If they don't, it does not make business sense for a guy that's at the end of his career that could make Obafemi in his first WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it could
but
make him.
Paul Heyman's in the back going, like, oh, but you have to have him win, because then it's even more of a surprise when he retires at SummerSlam.
No. Just shit. And then we got the 6-pack ladder match. I think this will be good fun to watch. I mean, I don't really care for it.
No, like, this is your firework display match. Yeah. This is your, let's see a bunch of spots. Let's injure 2 of our most young and upcoming wrestlers. And let's, just have something that we can fire and forget. No storylines going in, no storylines coming out. Penta loses it to Javon Evans in 2 weeks anyway. Or, like, to an upcoming NXT, like, let's say an Ethan Page on the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just a spot fest match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
Absolute shit show. My fucking God. They have absolutely shat the bed with this. They don't like each other, and they are too unprofessional between them to pretend any different. This relationship is exactly what people pretend the CM Punk Roman Reigns relationship is.
Yeah, this is dog shit.
Yeah. Dog shit
story.
Dog shit of the
eyes. It's going to be a dog shit match.
I feel so fucking sorry for Rhea Ripley, because where Jade Cargill has got nothing going on for her except she passes the airport test. My God, if anything in this world has shown the ineffectiveness, the ineffectualness of the airport test, it is Jade Cargill.
I know.
You turn to look at her when you see her in a crowd, but then you've got to have something beyond that. No promo skills. No in-ring skills. She is a worse wrestler now than she was when she was in AEW.
I know. I do feel sorry for Rhea Ripley, because she had a good thing going with the Io Sky storyline, which would have probably resulted in them winning the tag team belts.
Yeah.
And I think they should ditch the Bella Twins and put them in anyway.
Yeah.
And then let her thing. Next match on the card, I think this might be one of the best matches on the whole over the weekend.
I bloody well hope so, man, because I reckon Sami Zayn, people don't deserve Sami Zayn, man. Like, the reactions he's been getting, like, he needs to remind them why he's one of the best in the world.
Sami Zayn's in-ring is good. I don't like his promo he's like backstage stuff.
Yeah, but
it just pisses me off. It's just annoying.
But that's booking, man. That's the fucking,
it's just annoying.
He ain't coming up with that shit.
But Trick Williams, because Trick Williams pissed me off when I was watching NXT. But since he's come to this main roster, he is shone.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Those lemon pepper steppers.
Oh, he's jumped on that bandwagon. The most ridiculous things in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just, it's fantastic. He's been really good since he's came up. I'm looking forward to this match.
What do you think about the idea that they're going to do a Bret Hart Stone Cold WrestleMania 10 double turn?
I think that would be quite a good idea. I think Sami Zayn needs to be a heel.
Yep, I think...
I think Trick Williams is popular enough to be a... I like him as... See, the thing is, though, Trick Williams can be a face and still be the dickhead that he is. Do you know what I mean? He can still be that knob-end character, like The Rock. He can still be that sort of character, but be a good guy. Do you know what I mean? Just ditch the silly rapper you keep walking around with, because that's just wank. Then we got
Lil Yachty.
Mysterio versus Demon Finn Balor.
Now, I... personally, Catch Your Breath, Finn Balor's theme, one of my favourite themes of all time. Maybe my favourite theme of all time, actually. In that period where CFOS was just making banger after banger after banger. But Dominic Mysterio, though, like...
You hate him, didn't you? You really dislike Dominic Mysterio.
But here's the thing about that, is that back in the day... Dominic Mysterio was getting some of the biggest, most, crowd-pleasing reactions, despite the fact that he was a shit heel. And now, he has massively fallen off. I thought at the end of last year that they were setting him up for a big WrestleMania angle. And this is what I think was going to be the angle with, because Gunther was supposed to be fighting Rey Mysterio, and then Rey Mysterio got injured.
Yeah.
They pivoted to Gunther, Seth Rollins. Then Rey Mysterio came back. But when it comes to Gunther, I thought what he was going to do is he was going to do his retirement shtick on Rey Mysterio, and that was going to be Dominic Mysterio's that's the catalyst for him doing a face turn and then fighting Gunther, and then that is where he becomes the next big babyface of WWE. And unless they have just decided that he ain't got it really.
Yeah, I think they've just plodded along with him without changing too much for too long, and it's just wore itself out.
Yeah, he's definitely especially last year, he was one of John Cena's final opponents. And I thought they had massive plans for him, and they have done nothing with him this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see this because I do like Finn Balor, so...
in his act, he is secondary to Liv Morgan. All of the attention right now is on Liv Morgan.
You know what? I think that's another problem though, is because you haven't seen him and Liv Morgan together a lot either.
Yeah, no, you saw them together a few weeks ago when he was translating
but you haven't. She hasn't been in his storylines.
Yeah,
and then we get to the match of the main event. CM Punk finally main event in WrestleMania.
Properly main event in WrestleMania.
Yeah, you can finally say he's done it because I don't reckon he has. Until this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They could even swap this, He could go on first and Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar could go on last.
I think Obafemi Brock Lesnar is a good opener, though, to be fair. The storyline's been quite good recently. This has been like the promos, but again, it's... I don't know, because I haven't really been enjoying CM Punk's matches. He's looking old in the matches now. His
time is running out, and if this heel turn don't come,
it is. I mean, he's severely deteriorated from even when he was in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this match personally, I was about to dub this year's WrestleMania as Egomania, because CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is not a traditional heel face match, because neither of these two is willing to concede the baby face role to the other person. And I think that has really massively hampered this match's potential as an absolute, barn burner. I don't think they're going to hit those heights because they're both going to try and be faces in it. Did you see the promo that they cut on each other this week? The one on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Where they're saying, I'm jealous of you because you came from a wrestling family.
It was just
and it's
rank.
so you guys have actually had your emotional climax to this story by doing some kind of fucking let's all hug it out sitcom ending. You guys don't even need to have a fight right now.
It's dog shit, isn't it? It's 4 letters, 1 word, Lee.
Wank.
It's wank. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Wankamania 40, what is it, 42?
42. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm hoping that this match in particular shuts me up. I'm hoping that happens. But because of the fact that no one wants to be a heel in it.
It's a very weird show, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, it looks like the first night is a fucking miss and the second night is the night, right? But then saying that, I reckon the first night is going to actually have the better wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Because I think Seth Rollins and Gunther and Fatu and McIntyre are going to be up for it.
Yeah. I reckon that those guys are going to be like, right, we have been left off. We could have been so much higher than where we are. Yeah. Where the fuck is Bron Breakker in this? Apparently he's cleared.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It could have been... When did he get cleared, though?
I know.
Because if he was cleared a few weeks ago, he could have come out and speared Seth Rollins instead of Gunther, couldn't he?
Do you know what I think? I think Bron Breakker is the first casualty of Obafemi's big face push. Because I think that they have seen everything that they were going to do with Bron Breakker, and then they were like, oh, wait a minute. We got Obafemi now.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah. But the reason is because they should have made Bron Breakker champion SummerSlam.
Yep.
Last year, he should have been champion.
If they were seriously...
What was it? No, the Saturday night's main event when he fought
Yeah, Punk. Yeah.
He should have been champion.
Yeah. They were talking about him being like the next Brock Lesnar, and I was thinking to myself, Brock Lesnar was in main events and even the champion 2 or 3 months into his reign.
Yeah, exactly.
Bron Breakker was in NXT for God knows how long, and he's been on the main roster for 2 years. He cannot have that kind of impact if he's already been in the product for 2 years.
And that's why I was saying you need to have Obafemi beat Brock Lesnar.
You need to actually do the thing with Brock Lesnar.
If he doesn't beat Brock Lesnar, he's done.
Uh-huh.
He's done.
Yeah.
It's over for him. All that like the Goldberg mystique thing that they're doing with Obafemi is done. If he loses to Brock Lesnar, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you know what they always fucking say. WWE, the cycle is always the same. Massive amounts of disappointment, one really, really good thing, and everyone goes, "Oh well, that makes all the last few months worth it."
They need to pull it out. They need to sort it out.
Yeah, which is the grift that I am sick of, and is the reason why I am not like the fan of WWE that I probably should be.
They need to pull something out of the back because Darby Allin just won WrestleMania. So, do you know what I mean?
Oh, do you know what? I think that's a fine little soundbite to bump it off with.
Well, we did the Wrestle Club.
Oh, did we not do Wrestle Club?
Do you want to skip Wrestle Club? No, then we've got to do Wrestle Club. What did we I don't even remember what we recommended.
I don't remember.
I think you recommended... I will check it. Mm-hmm. I think you recommended me CM Punk versus The Undertaker, if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah, because I was like thinking that we'd do a bunch of WrestleMania recommendations and then my computer we could put. Yeah. And I spent the last fucking 2 weeks, rocking back and forth in my room.
I think that's what I will go onto the LOB Cast, the LOB Cast Wrestling YouTube channel. Yes. We do have social medias as well. Plug the socials, Lee, while I get the.
So we're LOB Cast Wrestling on all of the
LOB Wrestling.
LOB Wrestling. LOB Wrestling on all of the socials. We do. Do we do threads?
We have got threads.
We have got a threads. We've got a Blue Sky. We've got a Twitter. We've got a YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel.
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
If
you're listening to this... Well, I don't know. Some people might be listening... Because we're on Spotify.
Oh, we are on Spotify
as well. We are on Spotify as well, you see.
And Instagram. We are on Instagram.
And we've got Instagram. Yeah, we do. I do all the socials. Mm-hmm. Apart from the tick to the talk. I can't be bothered with that shit.
Tick to the top. Tick.
Right, yeah. So you recommended me CM Punk Undertaker from WrestleMania. And I recommended you Will Ospreay versus Carl Fletcher randomly.
Oh, what the...
No, not the cage match, because I recommended that the week before. This was a random Dynamite match.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that, yeah.
From, I don't know when. It's on our playlist.
Just two of the best in the world, just showing you why they're the best in the fucking world.
It is on our playlist. But I do actually have a recommendation for this one, because one came across my feed a few weeks ago now, because obviously the technical difficulties. It was a Ring of Honor match. And it was the Kingdom. No, was it the Kingdom? Yes, it was the Kingdom, the old Kingdom. So Adam Cole, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett.
Yeah.
Taking on the Young Bucks and AJ Styles.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So that was one that I wanted to recommend.
Because I saw him years ago in Crystal Palace. I saw the Kingdom live against CSU.
Oh, is that when you interviewed Matt Taven and got his faction mixed?
Yeah.
And he weren't too impressed.
I was like,
That's because he's with the New Kingdom though, then, weren't he?
Yeah,
he was with Vinny and
So I was on the phone to him, and I was a bit nervous because I hadn't really done that sort of thing before, and he just turned on me completely. Yeah. And I was like, I just got everything wrong on that day. Yeah. Which is but then again,
Matt Taven.
If he can't treat a simple interview with good grace, then there's probably a reason why he's no longer working with AEW.
I know. Well, that's what I recommend. And you got any recommendations for me, Lee?
Yes, I thought to myself, seeing as how I mentioned it earlier, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 10.
Okay, we'll go with that. I have seen that. I'll watch it again. That's a double turn. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Cool.
We'll put that in the list. Might as well put a classic match in the doobly-doo.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Well, so we've talked about Darby. We've talked about Dynasty. What we could remember. We've even talked about WrestleMania. Not positive, unfortunately, but we will be watching it. We will be talking about it on the next show in 2 weeks' time. Roughly, I don't know what day in 2 weeks' time. It'll be... But, you know, if you want to catch it, you got to subscribe.
It'll take me 2 weeks to fucking watch the thing.
I know. Well, no, it'll take you about half hour once you was through the adverts. Minus the adverts and entrances, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
You know, God. I mean, most WrestleManias were just Undertaker's entrance, weren't they? But anyway, so yeah, subscribe, catch us in a couple of weeks, and until then, Lee, tell them.
Fuck off.